do want to get your thoughts about Mike Espy running here in Mississippi. You, of course, civil rights leader in South Carolina. You remember Medgar Evers very well, the fight that black folks had to vote in Mississippi, and just your initial thoughts about his campaign.
I do remember all of that very well, and it's kind of interesting to hear the previous guest talk about 1961, the year I graduated from South Carolina State. Also, the year I went to jail for my final time. And it was all about trying to get the right to vote off the back of the bus into making individual decisions based upon whatever you were capable of, rather than because of your skin color. And to see what is happening now, new Supreme Court decisions gutting the Voting Rights Act, new judges being appointed, judges who make it very clear in their writings and their speeches that they will turn the clock back if given the opportunity. And one of the checkmates to all of that is the Mike Espy race down there in Mississippi. If Mike Espy were to win this election, I think a week from today, he would be standing in the gap of whether or not these right-wing judges will continue to be appointed to the United States Supreme Court. I am hopeful that people in Mississippi will turn out in record numbers, something similar to what the people in Alabama did when they stopped Judge Moore. And things are lining up for that to be the case. Judge Moore made who he was and still is, I suppose, very clear in things he did and things he said. And people were incensed by it. And a lot of people who would have ordinarily voted for him were insulted by it. And the ingredients were there for us to win that victory. What we just heard, this senator have to say about making a joke about a public hanging. And I understand rather than apologize, she doubled down. And other things have come out that she has said. And I venture to say it was a bullhorn rather than a dog whistle. That is, you can't have a louder bullhorn than that, than to talk about a public hanging and try and never apologize for it. She was sending a signal to various people there in Mississippi, and one of them responded almost immediately, writing her a check for $2,700, which is all the law will allow him to make. I'm told within a couple of days of that statement, that check came from one of the most right-wing people in Mississippi, and I think that's why she said it, in order to the gender reaction from that element. So I'm calling upon the people of Mississippi to really get out to the polls in record numbers. Now that Walmart has now stepped up and demand their money back for the contributions they made to her, I just believe that there are enough people being insulted by this for us to be incented to the extent that we'll get out and vote.
All right, folks, back to our Remark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
As we transition into the holiday season, this is the time when people are started thinking about giving and also sharing. And sometimes the best gift is when you actually present an opportunity to yourself. Our friends at Transatlantic Real Estate have created an investment opportunity for the everyday investor involving legal marijuana and crowdfunding. Now, to get started, go to marijuanastock.org. You must complete and confirm your application to participate. Go to marijuanastock.org, marijuanastock.org, for you to get into the game.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.